Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going through how to play the game of Sushi Go, because we're going to be talking about how to set up, how to play, and how to win Sushi Go. Now the normal game of Sushi Go, you don't have a board, but for this Sushi Go party we do, so we're going to utilize the board. Pretty much what it has here is it has 8 slots here, or 7 and nigiri, and what you're going to do is you're going to pop out these cards and you're going to slide them in depending on what version of the game you're playing. We're playing the original, so that means that in rolls here you're going to plug in maki. The side of the maki depends on the number of players. We're going to be setting up for a 4-player game, so we're going to pop in the 2 to 5 players. We have chopsticks, we have wasabi, we have pudding, we have dumpling, we have shrimp tempura, and sashimi. So, once we've set that up, everyone who's playing is going to pick a color soy sauce container, and we're going to put them all on 0. So we got 4 here, all put onto 0. And then you're going to take out all the cards that match all those tiles that you just put in there. So you're going to take them all up and shuffle them all up. The only ones that are going to be taken out separately are your puddings, and they go in a slightly different way. Now that we have these cards shuffled up, we're going to put in a number of desserts depending on how many players we have and what round it is. So for 2 to 5 players, round 1 you add 5 pudding. For round 2 you add 3, and then the final round you add 2. Now if you were playing with 6 to 8 players, you're going to add in 7, then 5 for round 2, and then 3 for round 3. So, since we're setting up before, we're going to put in 5. So we're going to take 5 of these puddings, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to shuffle this deck all the way back up again. Once you shuffle all that up, you are set up and ready to play. Pretty easy setup, and everything else about this game is pretty easy too. It's just a really easy, fun game. So, next one we're going to go into is how to play. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these cards, and once you shuffle them up, then you're going to pass out a number of cards to each player. The number of cards you're passing out to each player depends on your player count. If you're playing with 2 to 3 players, you're passing out 10 cards. 4 to 5, you're passing out 9 cards. 6 to 7, you're passing out 8 cards, and then if you're playing with 8, you're passing out 7 cards. So we're setting up for 4, so we're going to pass out 9 cards to each player. So we're going to shuffle them up. Once you've done that, you're going to dish out 1 of these to each player. So that's player 1 there, player 2, player 3, and player 4. The rest of the cards you can put out of the game for now. So what they're going to do on their turns, they're going to look at their cards and they're going to decide which of these cards they want to keep. Now, what's the best choice, you might ask? It kind of depends on your strategy. But what they're going to do is they're going to take 1 card, put it face down, and they're going to pass these cards to the player on the left. So we're going to look at the cards now and scoring. Because as far as play goes, you're going to do that for every round until all the cards are gone. Using your board here, you can see the different scores for each of the things. Also, the cards themselves express what points they get on them. So, for instance, probably the easiest to understand in the game are tempura. If you have a pair of tempura, then they are worth 5 points. You have 2 of them, 5 points. You have 4 of them, 10 points. You have 1 of them, it's no points. You have to have them in pairs. Are maki rolls. The way maki rolls is it's a competition amongst everyone. Whoever has the most maki rolls gets the highest points. And you know who has the most by the number of images on the top of the card. So for instance, this maki roll here has 3 images across the top, so it's worth 3 points. This one only has 1, so it's only worth 1 point at the end. Once you've gotten to the end, let's say I have 6 of these symbols at the top of all my cards I've laid down, and let's say the next person has 2, that person has 3, that person has 4. Since I have 6 of them, I have the highest amount of points. I have the highest number. I have the most, so I would get 6 points in this instance. That's how maki rolls work. Whoever has the most gets a certain point, gets 6 points. Whoever has the second most gets 3. In the event of ties, you share the points. As in, you both get 3. Pretty easy to explain are dumplings. Dumplings get points depending on how many of them you have at the end of the round. So if you only have 1, it's worth 1 victory point. If you have 2, it's worth 3, 3 worth 6, 4 worth 10, and 5 worth 15. So the more you have, the more points they're all worth. The next thing to understand are nigiri. Now nigiri have their point value on the bottom of the card. There's egg, which is worth 1, salmon, which is worth 2, and squid, which is worth 3. However, if you lay down before that a wasabi, then what it does is it multiplies times 3 the next nigiri you play. So if you have a wasabi laid down and then you add a salmon nigiri to it, then that's not 2 points, that's 6 points. If you add a squid nigiri, which is worth 3, that would be 3 times 3, it's 9. They add up very quickly. It's an easy way to get points. Another thing to look out for are sashimi. They're hard to get, but worth a lot of points if you can get them. Because sashimi, you need 3 of them. If you get 3 of them, then they're worth 10 victory points. But, if you have 1 or 2, they're worth absolutely nothing. So you have to have a minimum of 3 to get the full 10. It's a bit of a gamble, but it can pay off. The last 2 things are probably the more complicated aspects of the game, but once again, I don't think they're very complicated. First thing are something called chopsticks. What chopsticks do is they allow you to basically hold out for something better in the future. If you take chopsticks and put it down in front of you, then in a future hand, you can pick 2 things to take out of that hand and put this back in replacement. Let's say a future hand has 2 shrimp tempura in it. You can take both of those cards, when normally you could only take 1, and you can substitute one of them in for your chopsticks. Last thing to understand about this, and arguably the most important thing, is pudding. Pudding is very important in this game because pudding, whoever has the most pudding at the end of the game, not round, mind you, there are 3 rounds in each game, but whoever has the most at the end of the game gets 6 victory points. Whoever has the least loses 6 victory points, and those points can be dire in this game. It can really make or break a winner in this game very easily. So puddings are definitely something to think about, because once you've gotten 1, you've got that for the rest of the game, not each round. After the round's over, all these cards go away except for puddings. So it's the only thing that lasts between rounds. So each round you're going to look at your cards, you're going to decide which one you want to keep, and then you're going to pass the rest of them to the left. Everyone's going to be doing this at the exact same time. Once everyone has made their choice, then you're going to reveal what you chose, and you're going to put it down in front of you so that everyone can see what you have. Then you're going to have a brand new hand handed to you with 1 less card. You're going to pick another card from that, and then you're going to pass around, and it keeps going around and around until all the cards are gone. Once all the cards are gone, then you're going to do scoring, which we just went over there. That is pretty much it. You play this over 3 rounds. You add in a different amount of puddings into the game each round, depending on number of players. And then at the end of 3 rounds, whoever has the most victory points is the winner. And that is how you play Sushi Go, not Party. If you have any questions about Sushi Go, please feel free to get in the comment section below. We'd love to help you. But we'll catch you next time, because that's the way we roll.